Let's get started.
You're listening to Colin Lovequist on Saskatchewan's home of country music.
Greetings. Welcome to the show.
620 CKRM.
620 CKRM, The Source, Hunter Hayes, Wanted. I'm Colin Lovequist. Well, we released the hounds, we tracked him down, and it's been a while, but he's in our studios, and it's a pleasure to have the Northern Hillbilly, Greg Hanna, back into the 620 CKRM studios. And welcome to the Queen City. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me, and it's always fun to get together and smile at each other and yak into the microphone.
Where the hell have you been? Where haven't you been? Is that better
Old
terms?
Jack Daniels and I, we've been having some. No, I'm just kidding. Well, yeah, probably did have a few shots of that to inspire the new record, but we've been busy creating and making some music love. So
that's what it's all about, making the music, and
it's time to share it with the masses now. All the Hanna maniacs out there.
I have taken over the Ryan Schultz show, and Greg Hanna is our guest.
So we took him captive. We said let us in.
Let's do a little.
We've got them all. We've got them tied up back.
I think we should be able to get a dozen donuts and maybe a roll of hockey tape and some tin foil.
There you.
Put the foil on, boys. Let's get at her.
Oh.
Hey, you've been away for some time. You've been working, though, of course, constantly. Your self-titled CD came out a couple years ago. Life is good for Greg Hanna?
Life is not too bad. Obviously for everybody on the outside of our business, it's all glitz and glamour, but on the inside, it's an uphill grind, just like everybody else out there. So we had to remove ourselves. I mean, we still played lots of shows and stuff, but we removed ourselves from radio and got creative, and took a year and a half to write and record new music, and it's here. It's time. And so the first single, It Rained, is just out, and we had lots of fun with that. Just finished it up, and new album coming for the early fall, late summer.
All right. Let's talk about the album. The title of the project is just Greg Hanna?
No, the title that was the debut, which was the last record. This one's called Picture This.
Picture This, and it's going to be a full LP, 12 tracks?
That is correct.
Produced by?
Produced by, I actually convinced them to let me co-produce, produced by myself and Kim Tribble, who, he's one of the who's who as far as songwriters in Nashville and stuff. So, he and I put the project together, and yeehaw. Yeah,
what was the approach going into the studio? You just wanted to record the best of the best, or what you had on the back burner, or what kind of approach did you take to it?
It's interesting. I get that question a lot. The first, the debut album on any artist is usually, you get to pick through all the stuff you've written. You've got 10 years or 8 years of music to pick through for the first one, and then you've got 2 months to pick. I'm just kidding, but So no, this was actually all brand new stuff. We actually sat down and said, you know what, let's go for it, and my buddies, Jason, Aldine, and a bunch of those guys that we hang out with there and stuff, they've definitely banged the doors open. As it's not all George Strait country anymore. So we said, you know what, let's go for a little ride down the road that direction and see if we can have some fun. And it's definitely. It'll definitely make you boot stomp and put a smile on your face.
It's been a good ride. Tell us about the songwriting. I know you're heavily into the songwriting, and do you rely heavily on life experiences when you write?
I think so.
Or do you just make it up?
We're never supposed to admit that. Come on.
Yeah.
It's all about life experience. It's just like, authors with books. We're just writing a short story, but an extremely short story. 2 minutes and 30 to 3 minutes and 30, and it's, it was great for me. I grew up in a small farming town of 400 people, and grew up on a dairy farm. So when it comes to writing country music, I definitely got some roots down in there to pull from.
How does a young man from a dairy farm get into country music?
I have no idea.
Where'd that come from? Who set you on that path in life?
That's a good question.
Musical background in the family?
Well, my mother played piano, and I sang in church all growing up, and a town of 400 people, and of course we had 4 churches. That's just the way it is in a small town. So there was no lack of performing that way. And funny enough, and lots of people out there will be able to relate to this, but in the country, when somebody asks how far away they are, we say, well, they're 2 fields that way. And so the guy that lived 2 fields that way played the old time fiddlers, which what we called it, at the Legion Hall or every second week of the month. And he knew 3 chords and the truth, and he taught him, and I learned every classic country song there was. Everything he knew, I learned it because I wanted to learn how to play guitar, and that's when I fell in love with country music.
That's good. You cut your teeth at the Legion
With
Hall.
the good stuff.
Yeah, because I was just talking earlier this morning. It's the 96th anniversary of the capture of Vimy Ridge for the Canadians. So
Oh, yeah, no
a little
kidding.
bit of a tie in there somehow. Segue. You've been busy in the studio. What's the Nashville scene like these days? Are you getting down there quite a bit?
Well, actually, Nashville's been home for me for about 6 years now, 6-7 years now. So it's beautiful. We don't have as much snow as you guys, that's for sure. I had to go to Walmart and buy some extra layers when I flew into Winterpeg the other day.
Yeah, you brought your snowshoes and shovel, I'm hoping.
Oh yeah, Nashville's good, but it's not home.
Do you have a Canadian mafia down there? Do you guys get together all the time, or go out for coffee with Derek Rattan, or any of the other Canadian?
Oh, it's
artists?
funny you bring up Derek. Derek and I have and you could ask him about this, and he's like me, he can talk forever. But Derek and I go back a long ways. When we went to music college together in London, Ontario for recording engineering, and that's, we were both artists. And I was the first. He moved to Nashville. He started going to Nashville to be a songwriter with no desire to be an artist. He was a songwriter, and my desire was to be a country star. And so as soon as we graduated, I put a band together, and Derek was the guitar player in my band. And the band was called, Greg, it was called Greg, Hanna, and Psychobilly Station, because we were big Dwight Yoakam fans back then. And so anyways, we went far apart. Derek moved to Nashville. I stayed in Ontario and cut my teeth in the country circuit. And then we ended up both back in Nashville. So now when I see him, Nashville's got many little circles, so we don't run into each other all the time. But when we do, we give each other a good punch in the shoulder.
I would imagine you could see each other at Nashville hockey games, would you?
Yeah.
You go to hockey down there?
Shoot, yeah. You know what? That's a nice thing about being in Nashville is that there's always hockey tickets.
Yes.
And even though, what the downside is that when your team is really bad, which, I can say that up here because nobody's hearing me down there right now, but unless they got us on the TuneIn radio app on their phone.
We'll YouTube it later.
Right. Oh, yeah, sure, right. Hang me to dry. There's always, if you and I went to the hockey game there, we'd have to leave because we get mad they're not playing good. You know what I mean? I feel like I can put on skates and, clean them all, but that's not true.
Well, I'm sure you could probably give a few of those Predators a run for their
money.
I
don't know sometimes. They can skate, but for some reason this year they couldn't find the net.
Yeah. So you get home once in a while, get back out east, especially with the weather they're having. I don't know why you're heading out west into all this mess with the weather.
Well, east is coming. So we're, like I was telling you, we started in Winnipeg. We're doing TV and visiting all of our friends at radio right up through to Vancouver, which will bring us to Saturday. Back to Nashville for a few days, and then fly up to Detroit and go across Ontario and to the East Coast, and then we'll be done.
Okay. After this radio blitz, you got any videos in production?
A video just went to CMT actually this week. So
good. We should see that probably next Friday?
Probably so. I'm sure they've got it in the music meeting right now. So they're already excited about it, and we debuted it on YouTube a few days ago. So if anyone wants to see it, they can go on to GregHanna.com or just do a search Greg Hanna It Rained and it'll bring it all up.
I noticed you got a very prolific website. All the bases are covered there. Are you on the social media all the time?
Oh, yeah, Twitter. I'm new to the Twitter. I mean, I didn't know that Twitter was taking over from the Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook is old news now.
Facebook is a dying breed.
It's weird because I've been all over Facebook forever, and but this Twitter thing, it's good, So so I've been tweeting, tweet. What was that old pop song back in the whenever,
there's Rock and
tweedly
Sydney,
tweet.
Don't Mess With My Toot, but that wasn't it. It was Tweedledee tweet.
Yeah, what was that song?
Rockin' Robin.
Oh, Rockin' Robin, that's right.
Don't ask me who sang it.
I don't either. That was way before my time. I just remember hearing people sing it. And
it was Frankie Avalon or Bobby Darin or...
Well, we'll give it to both of them.
Yeah, we'll give it to
one
both
covered the other one.
So where do we find you on, what's your hashtag on Twitter?
It's Hannamania.
Hannamania.
Hannamania, baby.
And I know you got a lot of goodies on your website, which is
www.greghanna.com. And if you can't remember where I am on Facebook or Twitter, just go to greghanna.com, and all the beautiful little buttons are up there for YouTube, Facebook, all that fun stuff. It's all right there, just one click away.
All right. You brought your guitar. Do you think it's warmed up enough that we can...
you ready to put me on the spot right away?
What we're going to do is we're going to pay some bills.
Can I give you a couple of mine, too?
I'm going to freshen up my drink. And we're going to come back with Greg Hanna here on The Source, 620 CKRM, and he's got his guitar out. 620 CKRM, The Source. It's 2:27. I'm Colin Lovequist. Kicked Schultze out of the old air chair here for a little bit. Good dear friend of ours, Greg Hanna, is back after a couple of years of a bit of a hiatus. He is
But a creative one.
Have you found a new regeneration of yourself?
Well, I don't know about that because I've been motoring pretty hard. Just people haven't seen me around. That's all.
Well,
But yeah, it's always great to be creative and finish that process. And then whenever you deliver it to the masses, it's kind of a sigh of relief.
Well,
but not only that, then you got to start kicking it again.
Working.
It's a never ending. You got to work it.
Let's get him to work right now. He's got the Gibson guitar out. What do you want to do for us?
Oh, why don't we do the new record?
Let's do it. Here's the new Greg Hanna on The Source, 620 CKRM.
The clouds were hanging heavy with the rain in the west. And when you called my name, the wind held its breath. There was lightning in the distance, thunder on the plains. Baby, when we kissed, down it came, it rained. Yeah, it rained. Pounding like a heart's like a dance with the dust. Oh, it rained. Yeah, it rained. Oh, but we never felt it falling on us, 'cause we were too busy falling in love. That's right. Well, the sky turned to black and the dirt turned to mud. The water started to rise and turn to a flood. Oh, we couldn't let go, so we just held on and we rode that storm out all night long. It rained, yeah, it rained, pounding like a heart's as it danced with the dust. Oh, it rained, yeah, it rained. Oh, but we never felt it falling on us, 'cause we were too busy falling in love. Let it come down, let it come on down. Well, let it come down, let it come on down. We didn't even try to make it to higher ground, so it rained, yeah, it rained, pounding like a heart's as it danced with the dust. Oh, it rained, yeah, it rained. Oh, but we never felt it falling on us. Oh, it rained, yeah, it rained, woo, pounding like a heart's as it danced with the dust. Oh, it rained, yeah, it rained. Oh, but we never felt it falling on us, 'cause we were too busy falling in love.
Yeah.
Ah,
Wanted to give her one of those woo. Very cool.
that's one for y'all whenever it starts flooding, that's for sure.
That's for the floods. Who wrote that?
That was myself and Kim Tribble.
I got to write it down because we're in SoCan. I want you to get paid for this. You know?
Well, hey, I write it down 25
Kim
times.
Tribble?
Yes, sir.
T-R-I-B.
BLE.
L-E and Greg Hanna. There's 10 cents.
Woohoo!
There you go.
I think it's only 7, actually. Isn't
Is it
Or
7 cents
I
now?
think so. And
Oh.
he gets 3.5 of it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, a few more like that, and we'll get you a box of Kraft dinner.
I don't even know, but maybe.
Hey,
I think craft dinner's even expensive these days.
Greg Hanna's my guest. So you're coming through on a media blitz right now. You're going to be out to the West Coast, and then you're going to Detroit. And then what's after this? What's next for Greg Hanna?
Well,
After
it's
the
gonna,
tour?
Colin. The tour is gonna end up in about I don't know, probably was a little bit of time in between, in about 4 weeks. And then we're going to be getting really close to festival time in the U.S. Because we've had lots of records out there. So we have to play that game a little bit. And then it'll be festival time in Canada. So it's going to be summertime brings live entertainment. So it's going to be fun to get out there on a Prevost or on a big winged bird and fly around and shake some hands and kiss babies.
Good, nice. Get it back out there, and you're probably in your comfort zone out on that stage.
That's where we all love to be, man. I tell you what.
Well, we're glad you dropped it. I wanna hear one more song from Greg Hanna, if we can possibly get one out of you.
You do.
Okay, let's get you another 3.5 cents here. What's this one called? You're gonna do.
This one is. Let me get this sucker in tune.
Yeah, no problem. It's a Gibson. They're not supposed to go out of tune like that, are
It was
they?
in tune when I picked it up.
Yeah. It's the weather.
This is called What Kind of Love Are You On? I wrote this song with a good buddy of mine, Mr. David Lee Murphy. I know everybody's heard of him. Well, people all wonder what's wrong with me, 'cause I got my heart painted on my sleeve. Yeah, you got me hooked on something and it happened real fast. They see the way I smile, they can't help but ask, what kind of love are you on? Woo! What kind of love are you on? Well, if it's wild and reckless, or pure and strong, you might be addicted your whole life long. What kind of love are you on? That's right. Well, I got a weakness for looking at you. Oh, baby, lately that's all I wanna do. Yeah, you're all I want and nobody else. And I'm feeling like I can't help myself. Come on. What kind of love are you on? Woo! What kind of love are you on? That's right. Well, if it's wild and reckless, or pure and strong, you might be addicted your whole life long. What kind of love are you on? Get down. Love are you on? Get down, come on. Oh. It's a feeling been passed down through the ages. You can even look it up in the yellow pages. Ha ha! Yeah, to some it's a drug they can't get enough of. The ones that love to be in love, so what kind of love are you on? That's right. What kind of love are you on? Well, if it's wild and reckless, oh, pure and strong, you might be addicted your whole life long. What kind of love are you on? That's right, baby. Oh, what kind of love are you on? Hey!
Yeah, a whole lot of love. Woo-hoo. There you go, Greg Hanna. That video, you did the video on John Rich's bar. How did you get that?
Very good.
How'd you get on top of his bar to do that video?
And 2 Foot Fred, we had cameo in it too. Yeah, well, you got to hire you pay the right people, and you know how that works.
He's a mover and a shaker and a heartbreaker. He's got the content.
That's right. That's the title of my next song. Anyways,
David Lee Murphy, he's been doing a lot of songwriting as of late, and he's
Can
always
you
been a
imagine
songwriter.
if you had his checkbook?
Yeah. He's got those nice blue eyes and a big checkbook, and
He said,
he's the complete package.
"Yep." I mean, has the pirate song.
Yep.
Is that number one yet?
It's getting there. It's getting there. Yeah.
It's got David all over it.
And you hooked up with him, or did you just take some of his publishing songs, or what?
Yeah, I just beat him up one day. In the
give
alleyway.
me that song, or
I used to do shows. We'd hook up at not hook up, but we would actually be on festivals, and he was always big in the bar circuit throughout the West End and in Ontario. But through my producer and co-writer Kim Tribble, they're big buds, and they work together all the time. So that's how that relationship started.
Very cool. Well, it was a pleasure seeing you again,
Colin. Thank you so much, and thanks for having me by.
All the
Big fun.
I
had so much fun. I'm coming back tomorrow.
Well, you're not done yet. We got a bunch of snow out there that needs shoveling. So
Right.
Thank you so much. Greg Hanna's our special guest. Check out his website, greghanna.com, and check out YouTube, all the videos and more, and watch for him at a concert venue near you. With The Source, 620 CKRM.
Let's get started.
You're listening to Colin Lovequist on Saskatchewan's home of country music.
Greetings. Welcome to the show.
620 CKRM.